we are we are on YouTube. I haven't done a video in a long time with you guys until things start to get a little bit closer to the things that I'm more interested in. That I'm just taking kind of time off for myself and all that. Anyway, you can see I'm walking the dog as per usual. It's pretty hot here. We live in that dreaded California, that real bad place. All the stuff over in the Middle East. Oh shit! All the stuff over in the Middle East. I'm sorry, guys, but when I walk the dog, the places that we go to are really bad internet-wise. So if it's jumpy and whatever, it's because it's where we're at, and the signal's really lousy. In fact, there's places over here to have a lot of dead zones. But anyway, last night a lot of things jumped off. Of course, we have the same old thing going on. Oh yeah, there's a deal that they're interested in, but they're not. And like I said, if you listen to Nate and Greg, they have the best information out there. Okay, I'm going to give you another couple of people that you can watch. One of them is Ray's Astrophotography, and he does a lot of good stuff with comets and stars and talks about earthquakes and stuff like that. And in fact, he's been talking about some other things. And then you have Siki, who does the same kind of thing, but they talk about a lot of things. See, regular news doesn't come out and tell you all that stuff. They just don't. That's just how it is. You end up having to come here to find your information. That's just how it is. And so I've kind of laid off because a lot of the things that I used to really go into, you really almost kind of can't anymore. If you criticize the wrong people or say things that you don't agree with, well then they kind of get on you for it. Anyway, we're standing out here by the pool, and it's pretty hot. It's probably almost 80 at least. Probably gonna be 90 to 100. So we're trying to walk the dog and get it all in. Couldn't go where we normally go because they're doing tree work there, so we kind of had to forget about that. But anyway, last night was pretty hot and heavy, and of course, Iran said they closed the strait, and then the next thing you know, they turn around and go, "Oh, no, we're monitoring it, and it's a 20% toll." And I just kind of go, "Yeah, okay, here we go again. When's it going to be before? Oh, they want a deal. They desperately want it. Oh, is it 2 weeks? You know what I'm saying?" There were a couple guys that popped in here. Oh, I have 10 people. Hey, cool. Anyway, guys, I did want to thank you guys because I popped 100 subscribers, which isn't much to many. But when I first started this channel, I only had like maybe 6. And then pretty soon it started to build. So for some of you guys that don't know what I really, my whole thing is, I'm more into that mystery Planet X that a lot of people don't believe in. And Ray is actually beginning to talk a little bit about that. And they're beginning to realize that a lot of things about it are more than likely real. We've been getting earthquakes over here, you know, on the San Andreas fault line, and one day something could trigger that. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit over this because I don't usually put myself onto this end much anymore, but a lot of people don't really believe in what they call weather weapons. And if anybody ever remembers the old show Mythbusters, they tried to do this thing to a bridge on a low level, they did it. Now, I'm not saying anything, but wouldn't that be an awful thing to happen if something triggered that fault line here and we did get that big dreaded 9.0 or 10? And I lived in the city where the big one hit a few years ago back in the 80s. And it was big. Took out the bridges over here and everything else. But I did basically just kind of pop on here to thank all you guys that, hey man, I'm at 100. That's a lot farther than I thought I ever would be. So we're just doing our little walk back here, and that's all it is. I don't do much anymore. I just kind of do little videos of the dog and our walk and stuff like that. And then I sometimes bring up some of the things I've talked about, but I don't like going into a lot of that detail anymore. Not until it gets a little bit thicker. So anyway, I guess I'm not really ready to take off, but Um, it's just kind of one of those days where, it's going to be a really, 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 really hot day, and I got to get the dog back in. But we have people over here, and they're kind of cleaning, so we got to wait till that's all over. Our dog is what we call a mini Australian Shepherd. They try to tell us there's no such thing, that dog is actually known as an American Shepherd, but whatever. But we got to get her on a walk and get her back in before it gets too hot. So that's what I'm doing. I see a lot of you guys getting ready to bail away. But anyway, I'm not completely gone, but I also don't do a lot of videos anymore. Just about what happens, and we do. If I'll show you this really quickly, and then I'm back out of here. So over here in this little airspace here, right through here, is a big old piece of airspace that goes down to an old military base, which is still open, and a lot of private planes come in, and a lot of military comes in there. Yep, Air Force One, Ospreys, and all that. They still come in, and we see them when they do, and the fighters come in too. So we kind of know when things are getting hot or when they're just getting ready for an air show or something like that. But then over on this side of the sky, this right here, this is all the Southwest Airlines traffic. Comes in through here. And anyway, I don't really do a lot more anymore like I used to, because it's just getting to a point where, I've said the same things over and over. And if it gets closer, I'll be back. But I would say this, like Nate and Greg do say, prepare, prepare, prepare. Make sure you got food, water, supplies. And we had to do that the other day when we lost our power. So anyway, my friends, you guys are leaving. I'll see you later. Bye-bye. Have a great day. And I'll see you another time. I'm trying to end this video and I can't. There we go. It's right there.